This content is recreated to fit YouTube's policies, fair use, and licensed content. Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. And if you're feeling generous and want to leave me a tip for my extra hard work and my editing skills, I'll leave the Cash App link down below. Okay, on today's episode, I cover American Gangster. In 1968, Frank Lucas is the right-hand man of Harlem mob boss Ellsworth "Bumpy" Johnson. When Johnson dies of a heart attack, Frank enters the heroin trade, buying directly from producers in Thailand and smuggling into the U.S. through returning Vietnam War servicemen. See, Frank sells his heroin under the brand Blue Magic, whose affordability and purity make it incredibly popular, eliminating much of his competition. Newark detective and aspiring lawyer Richie Roberts is ostracized in his precinct after handing in almost $1 million that he had found in the mobster's car. Captain Lou Toback puts Roberts in charge of a special task force that targets major drug suppliers. After Roberts' partner overdoses on Blue Magic, Roberts is also depicted having a bitter divorce battle with his ex-wife over his infidelity. Frank's heroin racket prospered. He eventually sells Blue Magic wholesale to many dealers in the New York tri-state area and expands his distribution through other criminal organizations. With this monopoly, Frank becomes Harlem's top crime lord, opening legitimate businesses, fronts, and maintaining a low profile while befriending politicians and famous celebrities such as Joe Louis. He buys a mansion for his mother and recruits his 5 brothers as his lieutenants. Frank eventually falls in love with and marries Eva, a Puerto Rican beauty queen. He then attends the fight of the century with her, where Robert spots Frank notice he has better seats than the Italian mobsters and begins investigating him. Frank also comes to odds with the competing local gangster Nicky Barnes, corrupt NYPD detective Nick Trupo, who is among many people Frank is forced to bribe, and the Corsican Mafia, who unsuccessfully attempt to assassinate Frank and his wife for putting them out of business. One night, Robert's detective witnessed one of Frank's cousins, Jimmy Z, shoot his girlfriend. He becomes their informant in exchange of being convicted. They make Jimmy wear a wire, through which they learn that Frank has negotiated one final shipment of heroin after the fall of Saigon. They identify and search one of the last planes carrying Lucas' stock, discovering that it is being smuggled through the coffins of dead servicemen. They then follow the drugs into Newark's projects and obtain a warrant to raid Frank's heroin processing facility, which then results in the death of Frank's nephew Steve Lucas and the arrest of Frank's brother Huey. They then arrest the other 4 brothers and finally Frank himself. During a trial against Frank, Roberts offers him a chance at leniency if he will help him expose corrupt police officers, to which Frank agrees. Following Frank's corruption, 3/4 of the New York DEA and many NYPD officers are arrested and convicted. While Trupo commits suicide, Robert becomes a defense attorney and has Frank as his first client. Frank is then sentenced to 70 years in prison, of which he serves 15 years and is released in 1991. Okay, Vibe Tribe, here's 6 life lessons you could take from American Gangster. Number 1, honesty is always the best policy. Frank Lucas believes in being honest with the customers and providing them with a quality product. This approach helps him build a loyal customer base and a successful business. Number 2, hard work and perseverance pay off. Frank Lucas works tirelessly to establish his drug empire. He takes risks and faces challenges, but he never gives up. His dedication and determination are key to his success. Number 3, family is important. Frank Lucas values his family and makes sure to take care of them. He also extends his loyalty and protection to his employees, treating them like family. Number 4, greed can lead to downfall. The pursuit of wealth and power can be all-consuming, and it can lead to dangerous and reckless behavior. Frank Lucas' greed eventually catches up with him, and he pays a heavy price for his actions. Lesson number 5. The consequences of our actions are far-reaching. Frank Lucas' drug empire has a devastating impact on his community, and the consequences of his actions extend far beyond his immediate circle. This serves as a reminder that our actions can have far-reaching consequences, and we must consider the impact they will have on others. Overall, American Gangster offers a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, the importance of honesty and hard work, and the need for law enforcement to maintain order and protect communities. Until next time, Mickey made it.